You're thinking about a cheap laptop for the kids, an employee, possibly even something to take down to the beach when you're on holiday this year. And with so many cheap laptops available at the moment at around £450, why not? They're all at it. Dell, Lenovo, Asus, Acer, all competing on this arbitrary figure of specification versus price using a plethora of cheap parts that are available. But for £80 off eBay, I picked up this HP 440 G6 from 2019. Let's do an honest review. I'm Simon Park, I'm an IT consultant from North Yorkshire in England, and I'm going to share with you why this laptop makes more sense than almost anything you can buy for under £800 on the market today. More sense for you, for your wallet, for your business, and also the earth. But first, the current market for laptops is pretty terrible. Lots of cheap parts crammed into flimsy chassis sold at a cheap price with zero regard for how long they're going to last or what's going to happen to them. The opposite of the car market for that matter. I admired a Peugeot today, and that was weird. So the good things, it's a HP with an i5 8th gen CPU, which means it's going to run Windows 11 absolutely fine. 16 gigabytes of RAM lets me get away with all my bad habits, and a 512 gigabyte NVMe, which wasn't made for £1 in China, therefore I've got no worries about it failing anytime soon. The battery on this was absolutely fine, but if it wasn't, £29, 7 screws, half an hour, job fixed. Try doing that on a Microsoft Surface Pro at the moment. What's really great about it are the hinges. The first thing that fails on most cheap laptops are the hinges. And I will say that this is one solid bar. It's got the same mechanism, I assume, that my grand scissors had that she inherited from her mother in about 1955. They don't squeak, they don't crackle. I've got no fears that those are going to fail anytime soon. Ports wise, it's got all the ports for the cables that I do own. It's even got a USB-C port for the cable that I should own, but don't yet. The cooling system isn't going to singe the hairs on my legs. The speakers are brilliant, they'll fill a room, and the webcam on the top there is actually far superior to almost anything else that I've got. The bad parts, the fingerprint scanner, which is neatly tucked down here, assumes that I'm an old-time crook who takes the fingerprints off so that I can do over the bank, and this bezel that runs around the screen is about 1 inch too thick for my liking. In addition to that, the cursor keys seem to have been designed to work with a 5-year-old's fingers, certainly not my big fat little things. But it's done everything I've asked of it. My son's played Minecraft, I've done all my work on it, I've streamed video, I've had it outside connected to a projector so the kids could watch a film. It hasn't put a foot wrong. It's done everything that 90% of all users would want it for. I'm not suggesting it's going to do high-level video editing or photo editing for that matter, but quite frankly, who's doing that on a day-to-day basis? Now, what it's not doing is wasting gold and lithium and magnesium and aluminium and all these resources that we take for granted. It's not going to end up in landfill in 3 years' time, and when you're taking your Acer or an Asus down to the tip in 3 years' time, because the hinge has snapped, my daughter will still be watching Ava Adderley on this. Look, if you're in the market for a second-hand laptop, buy whatever you want, but certainly this would be my choice because for under £100 I've got a laptop that will see me through the next 5 years. Anyway, you have a great evening, and I'm sure we'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.